Yeah, Coach, would you give an opening statement?
Okay, well, I feel good about the way our guys played and competed, especially after that first 4 or 5 minutes of the game. And we've had too much of a tendency to do that. But after that first 4 or 5 minutes, I thought we settled down and we began to execute better offensively, in addition to getting stops. And so to just get back in the game in a situation that could have resulted in a blowout, to get it to 10 at halftime, and then we eventually got it to 7 a couple of times in the second half. I felt very good about the way we played. Defensively, there were a number of blown assignments, and especially against a team that shoots the ball as well. I wasn't fooled. The fact that Kentucky didn't shoot the ball well against UCLA. I mean, you just look at what they've done to that point. Okay, over the overall, what 9-10 games they played. So we were certainly concerned about their perimeter shooting, in addition to being able to keep the big guy off the offensive boards. But overall, we just, Kentucky's bigger and better, more experienced team. But pleased with the way our guys fought, and we got back in the game.
Okay, question for Coach McCullum. If you will, please raise your hand, and we'll get a wireless mic to you. Questions?
Coach, your team shot the ball really well. What did you attribute that to?
I wish I knew. This is clearly the best that we've shot it. We've shot it all year. And we think we're capable of shooting it better than we have. We have one of our better perimeter shooters. This is only his second game tonight. I think he may have gone, I don't know what, it was 2 or 3 at halftime. Dominguez Stevens, he was 5 of 8 from the field, 2 for 3 in 10 minutes. And he sort of has that ability. We more concerned about him on the defensive end. He has the ability to come in and he can give you that. He did the same similar Saturday night at Louisville. He played 9 minutes. He got up 10 shots. But again, he can do that. So the last couple of games, he's given us a lift off the bench that we had not had, and it's certainly going to make us a better offensive team.
Coach, you guys have had a pretty tough schedule, played a lot of Power 5 schools. You've actually played a lot of teams that Kentucky is going to play or has played. How do you feel like the Kentucky team compared to some of the other high-level teams you played?
On one hand, it's difficult to play just because of when we played teams. And so, for example, we're playing better now than we were playing a month ago. I just mentioned Dominguez Stevens, our best perimeter shooter. This is only the second game that he's played. And so we're a lot better team than we were. I like to go back and play some of the teams that we played a month ago. I love to have an opportunity to play up again. I think Kentucky is one of the best offensive rebounding teams, and there are going to be nights when you're not going to shoot the ball well, as they just experienced last Saturday. But when you rebound the ball the way they do, you're going to have a chance to play, and you can't. It's hard for anybody, most teams anyway, to simulate you just can't say we're going to prepare in practice and prepare to keep a guy like that off the boards. And so Kentucky's going to get better and better. I mean, I can't. My vocabulary won't allow me to expound on how impressed I am with Wallace. I mean, he's really good. They have a lot of good players, but that one in particular, he's really good. But so I think Kentucky compares favorably. We played Oregon, Oregon State. We played a really good Miami team, maybe the best, but Kentucky's bigger. It's bigger than Miami, and they came out last night tonight and started a bigger lineup, sort of surprised us. And so I think Kentucky they can play different ways. They can play small. You also tonight you saw them take Wheeler out of the game, and we thought perhaps they were maybe even more effective, when he wasn't in the game. So again, and I'm not criticizing Wheeler, but yet to know that you have those other options, I think all of that's good for Kentucky.
What is it specifically you see in Case and Wallace's game that impresses you so much?
He's a two-way player, and to find a young player, freshman that really plays on both ends, that's really impressive. Normally young players, it takes a while to get them to buy in to playing defense, and so he plays on both ends. He can hurt you so many ways offensively. He can get to the basket, he can get his shot off the dribble, and he can catch and shoot. And then you look at his size. That size he has. Small guards have a lot of difficulty trying to defend him.
Coach, for a blue blood like Kentucky to about an HBCU and to celebrate that HBCU culture and even having an HBCU grade in the house, just talk about what that means for the program and what that means for HBCUs.
Well, that's a good question. I think my hat's off to Cal. I don't know how you all look at it, but in the coaching profession, the commitment that he makes year in and year out to help people that many people he's never met, all right, in ways that he's not going to get anything out of. His commitment to the John McClendon Foundation, helping provide minority students with opportunities to get into athletic administration. He and our commissioner, Dr. Charles McCullum, agreed in a 5-year commitment to play teams from the SWAC for 5 years. And then this Unity Series, I just think it's, both teams on Monday, we traveled to Cincinnati to the Freedom Center, the Underground Railroad Museum, and, as you all know, so much of the learning, educational process takes place outside the classroom. And so, both teams, we all learned so much new things that we did not know about not only about our past, but a lot of struggles that we're dealing with, not only as a country, but as a world. And so it was all of that, my hat's off to him, because he didn't have to make that commitment. And so Reggie Warford, I knew Reggie, from early in his college career, coaching career way back. He was assistant at Pitt. I met him, I think right after he left Iowa State to go to Pitt, and just a great guy. And then Clement Johnson, former great player at FAMU. He was a head basketball coach at FAMU from 2011 to 2014. And of course, he won a ring in the NBA as a member of the Philadelphia 76ers. So to have an opportunity to honor one of ours, again, it's just speaks so well of Cal and just the administration, Bishop Bernard, and just overall I can't say enough about the hospitality that's been extended to us. Both teams were there Monday at the radio show, and I can just go on and on and on about the experience. And anytime you have a chance to, I was an assistant at Florida from 90 to 96, and so I came in here a lot of times, and unfortunately each time I never left, feeling really good. 93, 94 team, we talked earlier about that today. We came in here and we were up 17-18 at halftime, and I think Rick got a tech call on him early in the first half, and that's the worst thing that could happen for us, because he got worst, and it's like he dared the officials, you're not gonna kick me out on senior night. So anyway, that 18-point lead dissipated. We ended up losing by 3, and that was our final 4-year, 93-94. So again, it's always been a special place to play, and our players will remember their experience here. Not as fun as we would like to, but yet they'll have fun memories just from this overall experience playing here.
Hey, Coach, thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you all.